Given that I am a student of counseling and I am not a licensed therapist, the following simulation is used solely for the purpose of academic practice and training, and all parties involved understand that this exercise is for education purposes only.
Uh-huh.
Okay. So, how have you been this week?
Pretty good.
Pretty good?
Uh-huh.
Anything to talk about?
I went through a little sad phase when I was on my period, but that's just because of hormones, and then after that I feel much better.
Okay. How about the homework? Did you get any homework done?
I did. I talked to my friends at Chick-fil-A, the ones that were really interested in exercising, and they gave me a website that has, like, you can enter, like, what your body weight is and your height and stuff, and then you enter what your purpose, like, your goal is. And my goal is to, like, not necessarily be losing a lot of weight or to be, like, building crazy muscles, but it's, like, more to just, like, be fit and toned.
Right.
And so I hit that, and then what it does is it matches you with, like, your personal trainer, but I think they just have, like, a whole bunch of different ones, that, and then whatever you match to. But then it'll set, by your weight and your height, it'll set what your reps are and how often you're going to do it.
So you're able to come up with a more personalized plan using this website.
Exactly.
Okay, good. So what about the journaling for your automatic thoughts?
Didn't do that one.
Didn't do that one. Okay, why might you not have done it?
I think I just forgot that that was part of my homework. I remembered that I needed to talk to my friends and, like, look up the stuff, but I didn't remember that I was also supposed to be writing down the automatic thoughts.
Okay. Did you get any exercising done?
No.
But it sounds like you did get on the website.
Yeah.
Okay.
So, now I know more what to do. I just have to get around to doing it.
Okay. So you're still having the same problem with scheduling it?
Yeah.
Okay. So, let's continue with that then. Does that work for you?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. So, I was thinking that we should maybe problem solve a little bit in session, and you can continue on it later if you're feeling up for it. And we can try and work out a general schedule for you for exercising.
Okay.
Because you've been working pretty consistently for the last couple weeks. You should have a pretty good idea of your general schedule by now, right?
Mm-hmm.
So you have a good idea?
Yeah.
Okay. So, I was thinking to problem solve.
Okay.
Alright, do you want to write it down or should I?
You can.
I
What is
can.
it?
Okay. Well, let's say we've got a week, right?
Mm-hmm.
So Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
Mm-hmm.
Alright. So, let's fill this in a little bit. What kind of stuff do you do on a Monday?
On Monday, I usually go to work at 11.
Mm-hmm.
And then I usually get off between, like, 5 and 8.
5 and 8.
Mm-hmm.
Alright.
And then I don't really know what I do for the rest of the day. Usually I go home and eat dinner.
Alright. What do you do in the mornings before you go to work?
Typically, when I work at Chick-fil-A, I'm not as thrilled to be going to Chick-fil-A, so I either sleep in until the last second because I'm not looking forward to going into work, or I'll wake up and I'll get ready for work. But I typically don't wake up super early.
Alright. So that's your typical Monday.
Mm-hmm.
Alright, what about on a Tuesday?
Tuesdays are pretty much exactly the same. I go into work at 11 and then do about the same exact thing.
Alright. What about on a Wednesday?
On a Wednesday, let's see, on Wednesdays are my swing days. So at the end of the day, I'm going swing dancing, which is exercise-ish. But I work on some days on Wednesdays and sometimes I don't. But typically if I'm not working on a Wednesday, I'm going to go hang out with friends and get dinner before swing and hang out in the morning and like do stuff. And then if I am working, I'll go into work, and at Sidewall, which is for the rest of the week, I can go into work anywhere from 8 to 4.
Okay.
So like 8 in the morning to like 4 in the evening is the times that I can go in, and I can either work a double where I work like 11 to 11 with an hour break, or where you have 2 actual shifts with a break in the center, or you can just have 1 shift. So those days aren't as predictable, but I usually don't have more than 2 days that I work doubles.
Okay.
So usually I'm just working 1 shift a day.
And on days on Wednesdays, when does swing start?
Swing starts at 7.
Okay. All right. So that's your typical Wednesday. So
Yep.
Then what would be a Thursday?
Thursdays, I usually work. Sometimes I have Thursdays off.
Okay.
And if I have Thursdays off, I'm definitely hanging out with friends.
Would that be an all-day hanging out with friends, or?
Typically.
Okay.
If I have off, I try to spend my entire time socializing.
Sounds like what you said on Wednesdays when you don't have work.
Yeah.
All right, and then sometimes you work.
Yeah.
So when might you work?
Usually I go in at 11.
11?
Yeah. 11 is kind of my typical time to go into work.
Okay. And how long would your average work day on a Thursday be?
On a Thursday, probably like, I don't really know. Let's see.
Let's change that
like
to
7 hours.
7 hours. So about when would you finish?
If I was working at 11, I would finish at 6.
6? Okay. Right. So you work from about 11 until around 6 on Thursdays.
Mhm.
All right. What might you do in the mornings before work?
On a Thursday, I usually wake up a little bit earlier, so I'll wake up at like 9 or 10, and I don't have to leave until like 10:45 because I don't live too far away. So usually when I wake up, I'll wake up and I'll get my breakfast and a drink, and I'll take the dog outside and I'll sit outside if it's nice and sunny.
Mhm.
And then I'll go inside and I'll be on my phone a little bit, and then I'll get ready for work.
Okay.
Sometimes I clean my room.
And 6 seems like it might be a little early in the afternoons for you. So what might you do after work?
After work, usually I would either, I would eat dinner, and then I tend to be cleaning my room a lot, or like take a shower. Like after work, I like to take a shower.
Mhm. Okay. What about on a Friday?
Fridays and Saturdays, I usually work doubles. So that's like, you go in at either 8 or 11, and you can have either an hour to a 2-hour break in the middle,
Mhm.
and then you end up working until closing, which is also at 11. But the other 11.
All right. And that's the same for Saturdays?
Uh-huh.
Right. Sundays?
Sundays, I don't work on Sundays. So I usually sleep in until I have to go to church. And so church starts at like 10:30, 11, and then it gets out at like 12:30 or 1.
Okay.
And after that, I usually go to Shane's family's house and have lunch. And then we usually hang out at their house for a couple hours, and then just like hang out for the rest of the day, usually.
Okay. So, seeing this all written out,
Uh-huh.
are there any times that stand out to you as when you might want to exercise?
I would say probably on Mondays and Tuesdays it would be easiest to do before work.
Mm-hmm.
Or no. I think on Mondays and Tuesdays it would be easiest after work, because I get off earlier. And then on, like, Thursdays through Saturdays, and it would be easiest before work. But then on Wednesdays, I'm not exactly sure, because Wednesdays I do swing. So I'm not sure if I would count that as exercising.
Well, how many days a week do we want to start off exercising? We might want to start off a little slow so that it's not too overwhelming and build up.
So maybe like 2 days of actual exercising between Monday, Tuesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. And then I would do Wednesday would be swing dancing, which is like, it keeps your heart rate up. So I think that's its own category.
Okay.
So I would think 2 days of exercising.
Right.
Not including Wednesdays.
So then on a Monday and a Monday or a Tuesday, and then Thursday through Saturday, you would pick a day.
Yeah.
All right. So for Monday and Tuesday, you were thinking in the morning.
Yeah.
Do you want to pick one, or do you want to just leave it?
I would say probably just leave it and see
how it goes.
Because my schedule isn't always the same. Like, sometimes I'll get off.
Okay. And what about Thursday through Saturday?
I think this is when I would do mornings, and this is more when I would do evenings.
Okay. Evenings.
And for those days, it would probably be whatever day I'm not working a double would be the day that I would have more time in the morning.
All right. So that gives you a general schedule, something that you can work on.
Uh-huh.
All right. So then we're running out of time. So I was thinking for this week's homework,
Okay.
we would have you try and solidify the schedule a little bit.
Okay.
And exercise maybe twice. You've got that website that you can use. You can look up what to do. So try and exercise once or twice this week.
All right.
How's that sound?
Sounds good. I'm excited.
You're excited. Okay. Any feedback you want to give me?
I thought it was very good. I thought it's good to see it visually. That's something that I wouldn't have done by myself.
Okay. All right. Well, thank you.
My pleasure.